Hello, today we will talk about where the aroma in wine comes from, such as strawberries, raspberries and citrus, toasts, or even a hint of smoke. When we talk about vermouth, we understand perfectly well that the aroma comes from infusing various herbs. But when we talk about wine, everything works a little differently and is a bit deeper and more complex. The first thing to start talking about and to know is the terroir. You might hear a phrase like, you can feel the terroir in this wine. Terroir means a lot for wine. Terroir combines factors such as soil, climate, vineyard location, and even traditions, winemaking of the given region. Essentially, terroir is where our grapes grow, and it is this that actually influences the taste of the wine itself. The simplest example that can be given is north-south. Northern wines, they turn out to be more acidic, fresher, with less alcohol and more citrus notes in the aroma. If we talk about southern wines are more powerful, more intense. They have more alcohol and more aromas of ripe fruits and exotic fruits. The second important factor that affects the final product, the taste of the wine, is the soil. Few people think about it, but the soil really influences how our wine turns out. If we take, for example, Burgundy and the same grape variety, Pinot Noir, from one producer, and plant Pinot Noir in different plots separated by a small path, these will be two completely different wines with different character, different lifespan, and different flavor and aroma. The grape variety gives us different wines with different sets of aromas and flavors, even before reaching the production process itself. Thus, we always know that Sauvignon Blanc has the aroma of gooseberry, blackcurrant leaf, and grapefruit. And if we take Saperavi, it will be different. The aroma of chokeberry, pomegranate, something like that, some kind of fruits. That is different grape varieties, like different apple varieties, and different varieties of potatoes will have a different set of taste and aroma. When after the harvest, the grapes arrive at the winery, it is the winemaker who decides what its future will be. Wine, will it have great potential? What does he envision? The aroma in his mind and the taste in his mind, depending on the initial fruits that have arrived. The most important factor that can completely transform the wine is the barrel. A barrel is like a big spice for wine, much like how we use different seasonings for cooking food. There are different types of barrels that affect the wine in various ways. There are American and French barrels. American barrels are favored by New World winemakers, while French barrels are preferred by Europeans or those who make wine in a more European classical style. In winemaking, it is also common to use Caucasian oak, Austrian oak, and Slavonian oak. In fact, different types of barrels produce completely different results. For instance, American oak will impart more aromas, sweetness, and vanilla to the wine. European oak, for example, French oak, it can give the wine notes of pickle brine, a bit of clove, and a hint of coconut. That is, depending on how long the wine is aged, a French barrel gives the wine more astringency. But if we consider Caucasian oak, it turns out to be even more astringent. It is suitable for wine and only for certain grape varieties. In addition to different types of oak, we can use barrels of different ages and sizes. For instance, a small barrel of 225 liters will play a huge role and have a significant influence on the wine because the surface area of the wine and the barrel are comparable in a completely different way than a large barrel for a large volume of wine. Thus, a small barrel has a much stronger influence, while a large one will impart only and some notes and will not give such a strong astringency as a small barrel. The duration of aging in the barrel will also play a huge role. If we place the wine in the barrel for only a few months, the wine will turn out more delicate. However, if we place the wine in the barrel for years, say for 2 to 3 years, then all the smokiness, spiciness, and charred notes can transfer into the wine. Again, it all depends on the winemaker's decision. In addition to all the above, barrels can also be of different brands. Accordingly, we again have new and different results. We directly increase the number and variety costs of wine results that we get And barrels also come with different types of toasting. The toasting of a barrel can be compared to the roasting of coffee. If we have a barrel with a blonde toast, the wine will be more delicate, more refined. But if the toast is very strong, then the wine will become very smoky with roasted toast notes in the final wine. For white wines, there is another very interesting technique used called aging on lees, or you might see sur lie on the label. This means that when during fermentation the yeast consumes sugar and converts it into alcohol, sediment forms. Winemakers can immediately filter out this sediment and send the wine for de-aging or bottling. Or they can leave all the wine in the tank to age on the lees. And such wines turn out to be the most interesting and delicate. That is, we will still primarily notice floral and fruity aromas, but the wine will become deeper, acquiring and intertwining with aromas of some cream, a sort of cheese, something creamy cheesy. So the wine will be very fresh, very vibrant, and will not lose its acidity, yet it will develop new and very beautiful layers. These are overall very beautiful white wines. Aging in the bottle will also play a significant role in altering the aromas. Many producers, before releasing the wine, before selling it, may leave it in the cellar for 1 or 3 years to age so that it acquires new aromas. And some wines are simply capable of aging well on their own and can be left in a wine cabinet. What is the point of it all? Many quality good wines that are capable of aging well are sealed with a cork stopper. The cork is a natural material that allows small amounts of oxygen to enter the wine, enabling it to develop in the bottle and change its aroma. Thus, we have 3 types of aromas. Primary aromas come from the grape variety. Apples, berries, peaches, things like that. Primary aromas are the very initial ones. Secondary aromas appear during the wine production process. This includes aging in barrels or on lees or other techniques. And tertiary aromas are the result of aging with time in the bottle. For example, vintage white wines can transform their aroma from fresh citrus and fruits to honey, and wax aromas, nuts, and even mushrooms. If we talk about red wines, those aromas of red or black fruits or berries will no longer be present. Instead, aromas of damp forest, mushrooms, leather, humidor, tobacco, and other interesting notes will appear. In other words, wine changes over time, and many great wine houses, winemaking estates specifically create such wines for aging, like Bordeaux, Barolo, Barbaresco. These are all wines that can not only be stored for decades, but they are capable of lasting up to 100 years.